Let's all roll for our hobby. Let's all roll for our hobby. Oh, let's all roll for our hobby to get ourselves a crit. Tipsy's drunk as shit. Onyx loves to hit. Ooh, Rock's magic is handy. Toot Toot's music is dandy. So let's all roll for our hobby to get ourselves a crit. Let's all roll for our hobby to get ourselves a crit.
Come, friend, now lend me an ear for a tale of Victor the Weird. He went on an adventure with he, him, and himself, and also his mighty fine beard. Now gather round, I'll tell you about this mighty beast. He may look as human, as mere as you, friend, but soon your eyes will feast upon this marvelous creature with many body parts. His one shirt may fool you, but what if I told you his chest had 4 red hearts? One mouth but 1,000 voices, one mind and limited choices, 2 handsome dice, 2 handsome dice. The audience rejoices. He's going to play D&D with him, himself, and he. Those are his pronouns, it's really profound. It's time for D&D, featuring Victor and Victor and Victor, and Victor and Victor and Victor, and Victor and Victor and Victor and Victor and Victor and Victor and Victor. One knows who knows how many repeats. So come and sit down in an empty seat. It's time for D&Me. 2 eyes, 4 cheeks, 2 souls on his feet, 2 hands for many new foes to defeat, 1 tongue, 2 lips through which to speak, but just one but.
Bam, bada, bam, 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 bam. Hey everybody, I'm Victor Rivera, and I play with my. Welcome to D&Me, where I play with myself. I play D&D with myself, and welcome to episode 44. The theme song is produced and performed by Bradley Owens. You can find them on Instagram at bradleyovens.com. Nope, not .com, just Bread L-E-Y Ovens. And hello, welcome to episode 44 of D&Me. This is very exciting. And here we are, Wednesday, my favorite day of the week. I don't have any notes from last week. I went up to North Carolina to do a bunch of stuff, so I was kind of busy, but I don't have any Dean revisions, any Dean retcons, any notes. I do have this one note. As we are wrapping things up in the Restful Lily tonight, my audience... no notes, wowie, yeah. My audience, if you have any questions for the wrap-up, please let me know in the chat, because I had 600 pieces of information floating around, and I try to connect a lot of them, as many as I could, but if I don't specifically tie them together, let me know. But with that, oh man, I'm going to have a lot of time to wrap everything up. So, D&Recap, what do we do in episode 43, The Shrine? So, episode 41, Full Foyer, and episode 42, Stone Tower, we kicked a bunch of butt in the Restful Lily. We defeated the hags, and we went up and down the Stone Tower and started looting and cleaning the place out. And then episode 43, we went over to the Shrine, this hidden, grown-over vegetation ruin, and through sneaking around and some broken glass and not getting through a door. Then we went downstairs and found an 8-foot-tall Medusa, who happens to be Silvare Silversong, who is the owner of the Restful Lily and the author of The Price is Beauty. So we led her upstairs blindfolded and restored her by defeating the paintings. So we defeated the 3 paintings of Silvare Sarsong and Glimmer and AU. And then, exhausted, my whole party went to bed, and Toot Toot had some companionship. And with that, look at all of that! I made sure that they got a long rest, so 8 hours of sleep before I erased that, because that happened once before where I didn't exactly... Like, I was like, oh, wait, what? This scene beforehand, and then I was like, oh, but I erased something. But... here we go. So, at the beginning of, well, no, because when they finally went to bed, it's like 4 a.m. So, around noon of Shay 24, then my boys kind of grudgingly wake up and enter the hallway. Hold on 2 seconds. And y'all, I was prepared to work all day on D&Me, but then one of my best friends, Lindsay, was like, "Hey, Victor, what you doing?" And I was like, "Well, I'm working on D&Me today." And she's like, "Oh, well, you want to grab lunch?" And I was like, "Oh, sorry, I was in North Carolina, but I'm back in Atlanta now. Wait, are you in Atlanta?" And she went, "Yep." So I spent 4 hours with her and her lovely husband and their wonderful baby and their summer help at the Battery, which is the Braves. So that is Truist Park, where the Atlanta Braves play baseball. And I did that for 4 hours, and I was like, whoa. Oh, hot dog. Left all of them. Yeah, but that was 4 hours I didn't. So, like, literally right up until the last seconds, during the theme song, I was still making notes. But here we go. So, bop. Excellent. So, it is like noon after everyone slept very well, and Tipsy emerges kind of a little stunned out of his room and is met in the hallway by Onyx, and they kind of go towards the end to find other people, and then here, let me zoom in a little bit, and then Toot Toot emerges quite happy. And they wait around a little bit, and then the most exhausted of all, then Rock comes out of his room. But Rock has on his face, you hear Tipsy, "Good morning, Rock." "Oh, good morning. Why is everyone laughing?" And then you see some ink of some glasses drawn on his face and a mustache and like really silly derpy eyebrows. And then Rock is looking around. What is... Are we still all... Hello, good morning. And then Wishes kind of like hopping a little bit behind Rock. Because the fairy dragon was very well behaved yesterday. But that's kind of how they all see each other. And then, let's see. Then Toot Toot kind of comes forward. "Oh, that Wishes." And there's a general like, well, boys, we made it through a heck of a yesterday. How's everyone? How did everyone sleep?
I slept good.
Yeah, I'm still fine. Rock, you look hilarious.
Why? What? Toot Toot, what is going on?
Maybe you would want to wash up a bit first if you want to continue on today. And then Wishes, "Come on!" Up at Toot Toot. And coming around the corner, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, from the lounge is Silvare. And she is now dressed in a very smart, like, silk robe, and her frazzled orange hair from yesterday is now washed for the first time in 10 years, and you can see these curls cascading down her front and her back, and even though she is small, she is just glowing. And with that also, you get a sense of clean, fresh energy in the Restful Lily. There is music playing now, but it's not that same song that was creepily on repeat in the back. and the decaying organic matter smell in the air that was just getting more potent and poignant, I guess, and was like chemical stinging your nose. That is replaced with a very pleasant, subtle, like floral lavender aroma. And Toot Toot, upon seeing Silvare enter into the hallway, like he breathes in, and his big old trunk and his keen smell can determine all of that. And she walks gratefully towards the Victorious standing in the middle of the hallway, and she says, "Good morning, or rather, good afternoon. You all slept quite a bit." And then she looks up at Toot Toot. If you wouldn't mind, true to form, I examined a little bit of everything, and there is nothing that I would deem safe for you all to ingest, as in food or drink. So I'm going to have to go get groceries here soon, but not right now. But if you could all meet me whenever you're ready into the bath and hot spring, and then I will properly thank you, and I can try my best to answer some questions. I have a couple friends that will join me also, so there we go. And then Tipsy pipes up,
Hey, speaking of the food, you saw what was in the kitchen, right?
and then Silvare, "Yes, that is quite unfortunate, but I will deal with that here in a moment. So if everyone could meet me in the bath and hot springs, and we will have a restful introduction to the day. So thank you once more, everyone, and I will await you there." And then she walks out of the hallway and disappears. And then, let's see, how do I want to do this? Ooh, all right. Sorry. Oh no, I can do this without y'all watching. Mom, what's that song? I don't know what that song is. Does it have lyrics? Or is it just an instrumental? I don't remember. Okay, so back. And then, ooh. Okay, yeah, so Spanish flea, says Poppy. And the Spanish flea, and he was he. Excellent. Poppy, you got some points for figuring out a song first. Awesome. So, my boys are out in the hallway a little bit, and then they hear a door slowly open, and they see down the hallway, emerging out of room number 6, happier than this very sad drawing. That's a very sad dragonborn. Yikes. Spanish flea. Now it looks like she has a mustache. Okay, that's the best I can do right now. So, cracking the door open, you see this golden snout poke out and kind of stare through the crack of the door towards the end of the hall. And then, bashfully, then the rest of the door opens, and out walks a golden dragonborn who is standing taller than she was earlier, with, you can tell, more going on behind her eyes. And she steps forward carefully, halfway down the hallway, and she goes, I really appreciate, words cannot compound the immense gratitude that I feel towards all of you gentlemen. I heard a voice earlier saying that we are to congregate in the Bath and Hot Springs, and I just wanted to make sure that was an ordeal that is possible. And then Rock speaking from the back. Yes, AU, hello, good to meet you again. I am Rock, the half-orc wizard, Rock the Purple. And how are you feeling this morning?
My cognition is back, so I'm feeling a lot better. I am, though, slightly embarrassed, humiliated, pick your adjective, towards my demeanor earlier. That was through my own fault, but I appreciate you. Thank you very much, Rock the Half-Orc Wizard, for tending to me and making sure that I was safe.
You're welcome. Is there anything I can offer you?
No, I'm very ready to leave this establishment, however, so if you'll excuse me.
And then she walks down the hallway. Onyx makes room for her, and she heads towards the Bath and Hot Springs as well. Great! And after that, then another door creaks open, and we see a shorter set of eyes poking out of doors, and then we see a poof of brunette, frazzle-dazzled flyaway hair poking out of the door. I heard voices also, so... Then Chainco, the hairless dwarf noble, steps out of his room, number 5, and then walks forward. He will make a very important roll right now. Let's do this. Okay. Interesting. So he steps out and he goes, gentlemen, where is my portrait? And then my boys kind of look at each other, and then Tipsy says,
I think it's still back in the stone tower. Why?
Because I came here for one reason, and that was to have the portrait painted of me. So I will not return unless I have that done.
And then Toot Toot steps forward. Okay, hello. Good morning, Chainco.
It's noon.
All right, then, afternoon. You saw what awful things those paintings did, right?
Yes, but circumstance says that he has more gold than he knows what to do with. So if he gets riches and the benefits therein, I need to have my personal problem fixed.
Well, hold on there, pal. And Toot Toot will roll persuasion. Oh, he has all his spells back, baby. All right. Toot Toot will go, well, why don't we... Silvare asked us all to be in the Bath and Hot Springs, so if you could just give half an hour for us all to figure everything out, and then we will decide what to do with the paintings. And then Toot Toot will roll... He needs to roll very high for this persuasion. And that's a natural 20! A natural 20 plus 8 for persuasion. That's a 28! Okay. Chainco, when he stepped out into the hallway, a 1 to 10, then he would want his painting resumed. On an 11 to 20, then he would have dropped the issue. But he rolled a 3. But with a 28, oh, that's very good. And then Chainco,
all right, half an hour, and then I will go back to the stone tower. Hey, that rhymed.
Ah, yes, it did. Very good. Chainco, why don't you go into the Bath and Hot Spring? I didn't have anything.
Okay.
And then Chainco will slowly walk. Toot Toot will step back. And then walk into the lounge. And then into the Bath and Hot Springs. And skibidi doop ba dop doodle up. Dee dee da 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 ba 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 ba. Cool. All right. And now, back in the hallway. What's that? Nope. There we go. Back in the hallway. Then, will they? Okay. Let's see. Chainco. Toot Toot will knock on the door number 9 to see if Ilmar and Glimmer are in there. He hears no response. He knocks on room number 4 to see if Circumstance is still in there. And then he hears a,
Just get me afterwards when everything's done.
all right, but Silvare wants to talk to all of...
Leave.
All right, gentlemen, let's go. And then Toot Toot will go. All 4 of my boys will now go into the Bath and Hot Springs for the denouement. Let me check my notes real quick. Because I want to... This is wrapping everything up. Okay. All right. Yeah, a lot of stuff here. A lot of stuff in my notes. So, give me 20 seconds, please. Okay. Cool. So, they walk into the room. Great. Okay. Bop. Bop. So, they walk into the room. Toot Toot. Rock and Wishes. Onyx. And Tipsy. Cool. So, they walk into the Bath and Hot Springs and are met with a small crowd. Serena is up to her hips in the waters of the hot spring, and nope, hold on. Silvare is up to her hips in the waters of the hot spring, and she is like lazily splashing Serena, the water naiad, who's swimming really enthusiastically and happy in the waters. To the left, we see Glimmer, the white tiefling, 5'5", with short little purple stubs of horns, standing next to a well-put-together drow, a dark elf, standing, like he rolled up his pant legs and is standing with his feet in the water. We see AU tucked away in the corner, and then a apprehensive... begrudging Chainco up against the wall, kind of watching everyone, waiting for this to be over. So Silvare motions the boys to step forward. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for coming in. I just wanted to talk everything out to make sure everyone... mostly to express my gratitude, because it has been a long 10 years of me being cursed, and I appreciate you for coming around and helping the likes of me, and I would say so many here. So, just a little bit of background. I opened the Restful Lily about a century ago, under the guise, the leadership of Seyun, the goddess of love and beauty, and over the years, this bath and hot springs, this bathhouse and spa has been a place of healing, and lately there is not that. So thank you for helping get this building to a place where we can resume to help things grow again. So about a decade ago, the glamorous gays, the three awful green hags, they, for my understanding, Ilmar, can you help me? And then she directs attention over to the dark elf who's standing with his ankles in the water, and he goes, yes, so hello, I'm Ilmar. I haven't had the chance to meet you all yet, but me and Silvari go a long way back, even though she is a moon elf and I'm a dark elf. We met and befriended in Silvery Moon, which is a large city north of here. And let's go to Ilmar's page, shall we? I fell out of touch with her before the temple was built. Really? That seems like a long time. A couple of years ago, I didn't hear from her, so I actually came around to try and find her, and I found that she was not in charge of the Restful Lily anymore, and that 3 new owners came in. I felt something was off, something was suspicious, so I volunteered to be their head aesthetician. Aesthetician. The head person who does the massages and some of the grooming and the legitimate relaxation. So, manicures and pedicures and stuff. But actually, in Silvery Moon, I work with an organization that helps keep power out of evil hands. So I came here as a Harper spy. I don't know if you all know of that group, but and then Tipsy pipes up,
Whoa, no kidding. We're soon to be Harpers, and then this is one of our last missions in order to become a full-fledged member of the Harpers.
are you serious?
Yeah. We talked with Ago and 3 Strings, and we're helping some people with some stuff.
Toot Toot says, if Ilmar said that he's a Harper spy, then I'm sure we can tell him about. We're here to rescue Circumstance, who is part of some refugees. So we're here to collect him for Waterdeep. Oh, Waterdeep. Okay. So yeah, Ago, Ago. She's the head of the Waterdeep chapter. That's incredible. Well, when you go back to Waterdeep, then let me assist you by giving you praise or a letter of recommendation or something, because you have certainly helped us out here today. Yeah, I tried to find Silvari here, and I was working undercover for the hags for a while. I'm not going to give a time limit because I don't know my own timetable at this point. But and then a couple days ago, hold on. And really yesterday, I knew something was up. I knew some of the bad things going on. But yesterday, I felt finally brave enough to go into the shrine, and then unfortunately, I petrified him with my gaze, so not as glamorous a gaze there. But Ilmar is one of my very good friends, so I appreciate him trying to find me. Unfortunately, he startled me, so I appreciate you all, especially you, Onyx, helping to restore him. That means a lot to me. Yes, so that is my story. I do know, the hags. I do know that the hags, when they thought that I wasn't around listening or anything, then I do know that a decade ago, during a time when the boundaries between the planes thinned, the hags became aware of the magic spring controlled by Sylvari and decided to control and corrupt it for their own purposes. So the hags, normally working independently, decided to form a covenant, each knowing a third of the secrets in order to make the paintings. And they tricked Sylvari here into giving up her power. And then Tipsy pipes up,
Now, hold on a second. Sylvari, you kept saying that, like, a year and a day, then you were gifted some more beautiful powers, even though I think you're quite a babe now.
thank you, Tipsy.
You're welcome. Hey, so, but Glimmer here kept saying, like, oh, after, like, a week or something, then he lost his gift of being really tall, and then he was really short he was a Kenku for a while. Like, even his token is still a Kenku. Yeah, I was about to ask about that. You know what? Don't even worry about it. So, why is it a year and a day and then, like, a week?
And then Glimmer goes,
Well, that's a very good question. So I came here and searching for the magical treatments that everyone is so expounded about. And as I told the three horrible hags, oh, it feels so good to say it nowadays. Sylvara, you are delightful, having met you just now. So, oh, that's not a lie, even though, I don't know if I can tell a lie. I will think of a funny lie here in a second. But when I got my portrait and then I felt my change, then I felt it really didn't suit me.
let's see, what was his wording? Because I want to read a lot of the Denouement, the finale.
Yeah, I thought height would be more advantageous for me business-wise, but I felt that it didn't suit me, so I went back to ask the hags to reverse it or to remove the curse, to renounce the bargain that I made, but then they cursed me into a Kenku and then cursed me to not speak about their true forms or to the full extent of my curse. So I believe that the hags could take away from you the gift, and then replace it with the opposite curse.
And then you hear a weak voice pipe up in the corner, and then AU goes,
Yes, that is similar to what happened with me. So, I am... She steps forward a little bit. I am a librarian for the Candlekeep collection, and it is a grand library. Rock, you would appreciate the vast impact of knowledge therein, but I am tasked with searching for and retrieving runaway books, because books, novels, tomes, they have an innate power of transporting you to places, but sometimes themselves they transport away. So I am part of the department to retrieve books that have taken themselves to other places. I am in search of the price of beauty, but when I found out that it led here to the Restful Lily, then the hags tempted me with the magical treatment, the gift of more intelligence. And so I felt the same, where I'm already quite wise and knowledgeable, but upon receiving modifiers that expounded my mind and expanded my horizons, then ultimately I discovered that too much knowledge, it pains me to say, but too much knowledge is detrimental. So I asked the hags, although it was very tempting and intoxicating, I asked them to remove the curse as well, and then they did the awful procedure. And so that is why my stint was short as well, and why I didn't spend the whole year. But the initial promise is that you will have the gift. Well, they don't specify this, but that you will have the gifts for a year, it seems, and then the next day they take it away. And then she steps back up against the wall and, like, wipes the back of her hand to her eyes. And then glimmer. Yes, so that is the situation, but if you are all going back to Waterdeep, please take me. I'm not sure if I said it earlier, but I am a jeweler from there, so my immense thanks. I would happily pay you, but I so thirst for going back home. Please.
Of course, absolutely. We just need to find a way back ourselves. And then Rock steps forward. With that, AU. And then he takes out of his knapsack. And he takes out a book with a lavender cover, with lilies carved into the sides and along the spine, and a mirror set into the cover. And he goes, I believe this is what you were looking for. And then both AU and Silvare look up. Oh my, there it is. Excellent. And then Silvare goes, oh, so yes, that is how you came here. I haven't seen that book in quite a while. Oh, says AU. You are the original author. So, if you would like, you may have the book back, of course. In the pursuit of knowledge and the greater understanding of academia, unfortunately, Rock, you may attest to this as well, but some larger institutions, they have a nasty habit of taking what is not theirs and displaying it for all to learn from. Yes, indeed. However, there is the morality of whether or not some of those pieces should go back to where they originally came from so that they would be more appreciated in their homelands. So, Silvare, if you want, please take that book back, and then I will just report back to the Candlekeep and say that it was returned to its rightful place. And Silvare is just standing in the water, letting it lap up against her waist, and then Serena is still in the waves, staring forward, and Silvare is just looking. Now, for the first time, since the book was taken, who knows how long ago, but into the mirror on the cover, and from her distance away, so when we turn D&Me into a graphic novel or a radio drama or whatever, the very first episode, I think it was episode 36, the Restful Lily, I believe I came up with a different voice for Silvare Silversong. But I will say that was Sayun speaking through her. Anyways. Yeah. So Silvare is staring into the mirror on the cover, and she says, that would be quite nice. She says, looking into the... Oh, boy, this is interesting. Because as she's staring into it, Oh, wow. Okay, great. So, as she's staring into the mirror, she says, when I first wrote that book, I placed some magic on it. Seyun blessed it, where the mirror on the cover... If you're not happy with yourself, your outward appearance, then the mirror's illusion magic reacts and responds to the creature looking into it. And the illusion shows the creature looking into the mirror, but changing and grooming its skin, hair, makeup, and clothing as desired. If you have blemishes or would prefer a different hairstyle, it shows you what you want to see. That's one of the beauties of Seyun. It gives the gift of what could be, but the higher enlightenment is being happy with yourself, because if the creature holding the book is happy with how it looks or shows no interest in such matters, the illusion reverts to a normal mirror until used again. And this is honestly the first time I've ever looked into that mirror and saw myself, just as I am. And that is incredible. Thank you. Thank you all. She kind of realizes her company around and stares up at Victorious, but especially Toot Toot. Thank you for showing me my worth. Oftentimes, when you go out looking for something that you don't really want, you eventually find whatever you're looking for. And 10 years ago, the hags came looking for me, and I found greater beauty. But at what price? Well, the price of beauty. So, thank you. A fun thing about the price of beauty, if you're wondering how to get home, is that portal that took you all here restores at dawn. So that is a possibility. And then AU pipes up from the corner. I also have... some transmutation magics that could get us back to wherever you would like to go, if that is interesting to you. I have a teleportation circle. And then Rock's jaw opens up. You have a teleportation circle? Forgive me, AU, but I was looking through your notes, your spell book, and boy howdy, you have some incredible magics. And then AU, for the first time, like, she has that smile that's in the token, like, oh, well, thank you. Yes, I was saying earlier, but it might not have registered, but I am an illusion-based magician, and you are conjuration and transmutation, so you have some terribly exciting spells. Yes, I do. And then Rock will go, excuse me, pardon me. You are a dragonborn wizard. Do you happen to know a dragonborn sorcerer in Waterdeep by the name of Paige? And here, ladies and gentlemen, I will roll to see if they know each other. So what is a good die for that? Let's do this one. Evens is yes, odds is no. Paige, the dragonborn wizard. Sorceress. Unfortunately, I do not. There are many dragonborns out there with innate magical abilities, but I might come around to Waterdeep to
to visit you and page the Dragonborn sorceress. Ah, well, there was a possibility that you might have known her. Not to be, not all Dragonborns know each other and stuff. Ah, well, a lot of us do. There's not that many dragons around anymore, so. Yes. So, good. Narrative deemed it not so. All right. What do we got? Uh-huh. Conjuration and transmutation, yes. Chainco. Okay, so then you hear Chainco just being impatient, grumbling in the corner. And Glimmer goes, okay, so earlier I promised you that I will explain everything that I am able to. So, yes, the hags cursed me, and then with the painting, and, well, yeah, we've been discussing everything. But I just wanted to let you know that I did promise, and I remembered, and I want to share with you everything that I possibly can. So, yeah. Let's see, what else? What else can I... Great. Okay, cool. So, here's a bit. And then Ilmar steps forward. Yes, so with that, actually, because I want to thank you all for rescuing me and then Silvare, I will be back because I want to get some things out of the treatment rooms and my room, and as physical tokens of my appreciation. So then he leaves, parts through the group, and then goes out. And then Silvare, who returns her attention towards splashing at Serena, who just looks so happy. Serena says, "Thank you so much. Oh, Silvare, I missed you so." And Silvare goes, "Oh, I know, I missed you too. Serena, did you know that underneath the shrine there is a water weird?" "Ah, I did sense another." And then Serena says, "Yeah, well, I named them Glug Glug, but for those of you who don't know, a water weird is a type of water elemental. So in the pool, asterisks, I will say something about the pool here in a second, but over the past 10 years, they have been my only friends. So I would bring them here to keep you company, Serena. But unfortunately, if you take the water weird out of the water, then they pass away. So maybe in my renovation, my reconstruction of the Restful Lily, then splash, 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 then I could connect the shrine and then the hot spring here, and then figure that out. Because Seun, she, a century ago, she led me here. I'm milking all of this, baby. Yes, Seun gave me visions that led me to this hot spring infused with fey magic, and then I met Serena. She was sworn to protect these waters, and I let her, of course, be here for however long she wants, and she is here to keep me blissfully company. And she has a nasty little trick with the water. And then Serena goes, "Yes, when I said the water tells the truth, then it kept away the evil, so the hags and their minions could not step foot in the waters, and in fact, if they came in contact with it, it would hurt them." Glimmer raises his hands and he goes, "Oh, this is not feathers anymore, but that is why I was running with a bucket. I scooped out some of the water and then splashed it onto the hags and the minions because I knew, but I couldn't say anything."
So, to break that down a little bit, I measured out the distance between the front of the stone tower, and then I counted every square that would lead from the front of the tower through T7, diagonally across the lounge to T3, through T1 and T2 into T5 in order to scoop up some water in a bucket and then run all the way back. So that was 7.5 rounds. So that was his glimmer token going down. Yep. That's very good. So, Glimmer, yes, and then ruffles his not feathers anymore. And then, like, you can see, do tieflings have scales? No, not really. But he just furrows his little chest with the muscle memory of him having feathers all along his chest and neck. Mm-hmm. So, and then Serena points over to Toot Toot. I said with a pure heart you would do the most damage. Pure heart, Auntie Warmblood despised those who were pure of heart. Then Onyx thinks back. Oh, I was in the room with her. And Serena looks a little bit at him, but turns to Toot Toot. So you, with your pure heart, she literally could not stomach it. So she literally in the book, it says, those who have pure hearts literally make me vomit. I mean, I can't help but heave my bowels in their presence. So yeah, she literally threw up in the presence of a pure heart. So when Toot Toot was talking to her, then she threw up some bugs. So that was that. What else? Yeah, as Ilmar, the drow, is going, you can hear him in this little hallway to T7 and then go out. And Silvare, golly, Serena and Silvare, why did you do that? Price's beauty. So Silvare looks over. And speaking of physical tokens of appreciation, Tipsy?
What?
You can keep anything you stole.
What?
Especially last night after everyone went to bed.
I don't even...
Okay, listen, here's the thing.
I returned a lot of the small little bottles of shampoo and conditioner and soap because those were probably tainted. And I'm leaving all the weird, gross bottles of tainted. And speaking of tainting, hey, so in the kitchen when I went in last night when everyone else went to bed, yeah, I found a lot of bad stuff. So yeah, don't eat any of the food. Make sure you go get new food and stuff. Someone, I think it was Auntie Worm. Man, if someone grew up in the South, that'd be really hard for them to say. But, yeah, I looked in the kitchen. Savar, you saw the thing, right?
Yes, I saw them. I will. Yes.
Okay, well, yeah, so I found a stash that includes beholder tears, ground unicorn hoof, chimera vomit, and other foul reagents of your choice. And then, that's it.
And then everyone looks at Tipsy.
Okay. So, yeah, in the kitchen, remember when we came into the garden and then there were nameless customers also? So the nameless employees were scarecrows.
And butts. So, with that, then Ilmar comes back in through the doors with an armful of stuff, and then he walks over here, I guess, and then goes... So the scarecrows, yes, the nameless employees were scarecrows who... Hold on, I wrote this down. They replaced the alkalites of Seiyun who ran the bathhouse with Silvare and whom the hags murdered when they took over. I figured that out. It's a shame that I got petrified because I was also on this case.
Yeah. No. I'm sure you did a lot of blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, so remember the nameless customers that were also here? Yeah, they were all dead. They literally were all dead, and they were just in the kitchen, and they were leaned up against the wall like, I think they were zombies. So, they were literally all dead. So, Silvari, have fun with that.
Yes, that is not the reputation that I want circling around for the Restful Lily. However, there might be some rebranding here. So, yes, I will make sure they have proper burials and however they want their remains to be put to rest. So, but yes, Tipsy, you can. I don't consider any of the inventory here to have been mine over the past 10 years. So you can keep what you pocketed.
Hell yeah, baby. Because, yeah, I got all that gross stuff. I also got the shampoo I put back, the kitchen bodies. Small bottles of lotion, soap, shampoo, and conditioner. Oh, I guess that's all I stole. Well,
Hold on.
kind of. Well,
And then Ilmar. Don't look at that. Don't look at that. God. All right. Let's see. Going through my notes now, folks. Going through my notes. Also, if y'all have any questions about what something like, wait a second, something didn't quite. Okay. Yes, I did that. Because I explained a lot. Okay. Why did Silvari's last year and Glimmer's did not? Yep. Glimmer didn't like it and he tried to undo it. Kitchen. Yeah. Cool. So, let's see. Go back to this. Go back to this. Ilmar comes in with an armful of stuff and goes, okay, so, yes, I will reach out to Augo. Future Victor, write this down. I will reach out to Augo and vouch for you all, but until then, sincerely, thank you so much. In the treatment room, I actually had a couple things. I tried to search around to gather more clues, but the scarecrows would actually lurk in the guest rooms at night and go through the footlockers in the changing rooms, so I didn't feel safe. And then there were also statues that were outside the stone tower. But I have, from the treatment rooms, a hand crossbow with 20 bolts, a spell scroll of greater restoration hid under the massage bed, and then a vial of oil of slipperiness hidden among the massage lotions and oils on the shelf. And then this would help me a lot. So here is a silvered short sword.
and then Tipsy goes, nope. I will take the slippery oil gross stuff, and then the hand crossbow. I don't really need it, but yeah, and then the spell scroll of greater restoration. But I do not want that silvered short sword. No, thank you. You can you can keep that. You should stay here and keep that.
Oh, all right. And then also, because I really, again, I wouldn't be here right now if it weren't for you. Then from my room, here's sack holding 3 diamonds.
Yep, give me that.
And then a silver holy symbol of, Illustre. The drow god of beauty, dance, and the hunt. And then these are mine, but a chain shirt and a rapier. Well, do you want it?
I don't. We have a lot, so we don't need the chain shirt and the rapier. But give me them diamonds though, and that silver hoily. You know what? Do you like Illustre?
Yes, I am a follower of Illustre.
Then you can keep this. I'm not gonna take away your holy symbol.
Oh well, thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, but give me these diamonds though. I love diamonds.
And then he tries to chew on one. Oh, Tipsy. So that, and then, Silvare says, well, Irish. Well, speaking of last little bits of treasure, for the past 10 years, I've been staring down into the waters of the pool underneath the shrine. So, Tipsy, if you want to go out and get the treasure in the pool, it is submerged in the pool is Radiance, a +1 wand of the Ward Mage, in the form of an exquisite golden hand mirror. While surrounded by darkness, it sheds dim light in a 5-foot radius. A creature that is attuned to Radiance can use a bonus ability while holding the mirror to cast the Enhance Ability spell, choosing itself and no other creature as its spell's target. Once this property of the wand is used, it can't be used again until the next dawn. The wand is mine, but I offer it to the characters as a reward for ending my curse. So, thank you. Go get Tip. Oh, he's gone. He does that a lot, doesn't he? Literally all the time. Oh, and he's back. Hey, I found it. It says Tipsy drenched. I found it. I ran all the way over there. So, that water weird tickles. Like I went in the water. Well, did I go in the water or did the water come to me? 11 odd. No. Yeah, I went in the water and I'm soaked now. But I got it. Yeah, Glub Glub's nice. They tickle. Yes, they do. So, Tipsy. Well, okay. So, all right, this is going very well. Yeah, why not? Let me go back to my notes because again, there's a lot. Treasure, water, loose ends. All right. And then as Tipsy comes back into the Bath and Hot Spring, then he leans close to Onyx. Onyx, in searching through everything last night, I could not find the 5 gold for the entrance fee. Like, I know we all picture 5 gold, but I couldn't find it, so. And then Silvare, overhearing that, steps forward. And here is the 5 gold that you all gave. Here you go, 5 for you. Hell yeah! 5 for you. Thanks. 5 for you. To Rock, and then Rock hands the 5 over to Toot Toot. Glimmer, here you go, 5 for you. Irish. Here you go, Glimmer, 5 for you. 5 for you, AU, and 5 for you, Chainco. Thanks. And then we have just a little bit more. Okay. Really? Yeah, just... Cool. All right, just a couple last things. So then then after passing out the coin, then Silvare steps back and is now like going chest deep in the water and kind of just swimming around, and you can feel that she appreciates her smaller form more. And Toot Toot shouts out, "So, Silvare, as you know, then there are 30 to 50 different paintings upstairs in the stone tower. What do we do with those? Because we could try to dispel the curses and help restore upwards of 50 lives, or there are even paintings leaning up against the wall to be hung, so I would say an upwards of 75 to 100 people. In order to destroy them, we need someone very strong, like Onyx. Yes, you are raising your hand right now. Me, I can do it. Well, see, but if you don't succeed, then you take a lot of psychic damage, and so I just want you to be the safest we can, because I don't want you to maybe cure 6 paintings, but on the 7th and 8th one, then you get knocked out, and if you roll very poorly, then you could die. I don't really want that. So another way is to clean them by using the fresh blood of a celestial.
Are Aasimar celestial? Because we know an Aasimar in Waterdeep. That's not the right book. But it's a big ask to ask someone to spill their blood on 100 paintings, for example. Aasimar. That's not in that book either. So, as AU, you happen to know a lot. Do you know if Aasimar have celestial blood in them?
Let me figure it out.
And then her eyes roll in the back of her head as she is going to her mind palace to figure this out. Aasimar celestial? Aasimar 5e. And then,
Who the butt is... Oh, okay.
Aasimar. Aasimar bear within their soul the light of the heavens. They are descended from... Oh, okay, so AU rolls her eyes forward. Aasimar bear within their souls the light of the heavens. They are descended from humans with a touch of the power of Mount Celestia. The divine realm of many lawful good deities are born to serve as champions of the gods. Their births are held as blessed events. They are a people of otherworldly visages with luminous features that reveal their celestial heritage. So it says so right there, celestial. Celestial resistance, you have resistance to necrotic and radiant damage. Yes. Whereas tieflings, no offense, Glimmer, none taken, have fiendish blood in their veins. Aasimar are descendant of celestial beings. So yes, a celestial would, or an Aasimar would perhaps work for that.
Well, that is very good. So we could bring an Aasimar, not really a friend yet, but a colleague, a co-worker, a law enforcement officer here to spill blood on paintings. That is a possibility. Do we want to even go through all that trouble? AU says, having been underneath the curse, I would myself say absolutely it was one of the 9 layers of hell on earth.
Oh. Glimmer also.
Yes, it was unbearable and absolutely horrid.
Oh. Tutut says, staring over at AU. And then Silvare, who's now kind of floating on her back with her arms and legs spread out, just floating and slowly spinning in the waters. She goes, I honestly wouldn't wish it on anyone, including the hags themselves. So with those, I will roll 3 times because that's fun. Let's see. What are all... Just this one. Glimmer rolls this one, and then Silvare will roll this one. Against AU. Against Chainco. That's not great. Let me see if there's any modifiers for any of these. Let's see. AU, I have a character sheet for circumstances not here. Glimmer the Kenku. Glimmer, you rolled the lowest, so what's your stuff? Deception, insight, investigation, sleight of hand. Charisma plus 0. All right, well, thanks a lot for nothing, Glimmer. Glimmer rolled a 7. AU rolled a 16 plus... Ooh, your charisma's not great either, AU. Of course I don't have it up there. 16, yeah, I'm going to say that Glimmer has a plus 0 also. Or AU has a +0 also. So 7, a 16, and then a 13. I will say that Silvare is like a +3. So a 7, a 16, and a 16. That works out to 32, 7, 37, or 39 altogether. 39 divided by 3 is 13. Plus, taking into account Toot Toot's 28, well, that was a little bit of deterrence. So, yeah. 28, 13. Okay, hold on a second. Math. Okay, with 13 and 28 averaged together, that's almost 20. So AU, golly, too many names now. So Chainco, listening to all of this, and the 3 previously cursed members saying how awful it was, then you see Chainco just shove past Tipsy and Onyx and go into the hallway, and then Toot Toot, bother, and then Toot Toot will follow him. It turns out that Chainco is just going to his room and collecting his things silently, and then he heads back, like at the doorway of Chainco's room. He picks up all his things, then turns around and see Toot Toot there with a warm, apologetic look, but also welcoming and encouraging. So then Chainco follows him back. Halfway through the lounge, then Chainco would walk towards the fireplace right here, and it is now a dead fireplace because it's early spring and it's noon, so it's starting to warm up outside and inside, and there's no need for a fire. And then he throws his wig and his fake beard into the unlit fireplace and then just moves quietly and sadly, silently and sadly back, and is just waiting for the departure. So Chainco is now embracing his bald, so that's very good. And then Onyx looks over at him, and Chainco makes eye contact with Onyx, and then from a very hairstute dwarf, then Chainco like diverts his eye contact down, and then Onyx reaches out his hand and snaps for Chainco's attention. Chainco looks up, and then Onyx gives him a hairy thumbs up. And then Chainco, whose worth comes from traditional dwarven values, and seeing the hairiest dwarf he's seen in a while give him praise and a dash of encouragement, then Chainco sits a little bit straighter upwards. So that's good. All right. Tipsy leans closer to Onyx after all that, goes,
Hey, okay, so, as they're talking about the paintings, I put all of the, like, poisons and stuff in your bag. Also, the demon paints from the art studio I put in your bag, but I couldn't get the 3 canvases, the blank canvases. But I think you know someone who... Oh, my buzzard bros. Yeah, that's what I was getting at. So if you want to go back to the tower and then take those, and then we could sell it to someone who sure does love stretched out skin over some gross stuff.
Yeah, that's a great idea, Tipsy.
Just let all the other tall people talk, and then we can go and get that, and then we'll split the money, you and me.
Yeah, but Toot Toot and Rock and Glimmer and Circumstance and Chainco will see that I'm carrying them.
Yeah, well, then encourage them to also, like, bring back some of the other paint portraits, and then you could, like, beat them up, you could destroy them back at Tipsy's Tavern.
Hey, so I have an idea.
Tipsy. Oh, Tipsy, you manipulative little so-and-so. So Onyx pipes up.
Hey, so, maybe we can't destroy, or shouldn't destroy all the paintings here, because, reasons. So, what if we get some of the paintings, and then we take them back to Waterdeep, so that Angel the SMR doesn't have to travel all the way over here, because the portal once a day or whatever, and then AU teleportation circle, like, that sounds like a lot. So what if we take some back to another place?
That is a quite good idea, actually.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So how about it,
Silvare?
Well, here's the thing.
So I do think it would be long-term goals beneficial to cure everyone, because again, it's awful. So Toot Toot, pure of heart, Toot Toot. If you want to take back, it might be a couple trips, or if all of you carry the paintings, then that's a good number of hands to take the paintings back. I know you are a very good group, so I do want to emphasize, like, I think they should be dealt with. So I don't want no funny business, no hankering around and hanky-panky. So I want you to promise me, if you take the paintings out of the stone tower, that you will do your very best and utmost to destroy them and free everyone of their bindings. Yes?
yes,
Yes.
yeah,
You got it, dude. I will make sure that they will, yes, adhere to that.
I will even help as well,
Says Chainco. Well, that's great, says Ilmar as he steps forward. I could follow you as well. I could talk to Ago to vouch for you in Waterdeep, and then I could spend a couple days there. Silvare, Ilmar turns around to Silvare, who's like straightening back up in the water, and now her wet curls are behind her hair. And as a follower of the goddess of love, she is now quite proud of her feminine form, and Toot Toot is staring a little bit at the like white silk robe that is clinging quite tightly to Silvare's body. And Rock goes,
Toot Toot, you're drooling just a little bit.
"Oh, I'm sorry. It's the water is splashing everywhere, and yes." Silvare, says Ilmar, "If you want, Ilmar and Toot Toot have become one. I can stay here and..." Oh no, and now that's Chainco and AU. They're all going together. All right, Ilmar is very straightforward. So, Silvare, I can stay here, and I volunteer to help restore the Restful Lily. Glimmer pipes up, "I did offer earlier to help." And then Silvare swims up to Glimmer. "Glimmer, you have done quite enough here. Thank you very much for your service. I know you were forced to be a servant underneath the hags, so I want to release you. I want you to go home back to Waterdeep and live your life." And Glimmer straightens up.
Thank you. I truly appreciate it.
"You're welcome. Ilmar, I will take you up on that offer. However, I think I need a couple days. I know that my previous staff has passed away, and I honestly need to not be here in the Restful Lily. So for a couple days, I would like to go around and give my condolences and see if Seiyun can help ease the passing of the families for their loved ones that were under my employ, and then compensate them appropriately, including the customers also that have perished here. I think me spending a little bit of time in Silvery Moon might be good, and maybe I could come around to Waterdeep, but after that, then yes, I would appreciate your help in bringing the Restful Lily back to its high standards, because I barely recognize it now, and that saddens me. Serena, I will check in, obviously. Maybe before that, I do dig a trench or a trough between the shrine and here. We'll figure it out, because Glug Glug is quite... they have a great sense of humor. So I think you two will get along swimmingly. So, is there any last little bit here before I grab all the paintings and go? This will take a minute. Oh my gosh, it's 8:20? Boy, howdy, this show is amazing, but it flies by. Gronerfowl skin. Good pun. Thank you, thank you. Okay. No loose ends I can see. Perfect. I'm going through... I literally have like 6 pages of notes for this endgame information here. Tipsy pipes up.
Hey, Silvari, you said I could take everything that I have on me. Can we keep the bathrobes?
Absolutely. Absolutely you can, please. There's a couple more in the storage room.
No, I already grabbed those. My rat... Oh, thank you for not eating my rat. My rat likes it, and they're really soft.
You're welcome. Thank you, of course. Not great memories of the Restful Lily, but I hope that this little denouement here will help, and then whenever you see the embroidery of the lily, then you can appreciate it more. Perfect. Excellent. I was literally looking at all of it. Amazing. So I do have 2 last little things. So, then Toot goes, all right, well, that is all the loose ends I can see, and let us head back. We should start with getting all of the paintings from the stone tower, grabbing all of those. I can carry quite a bit, as you can recall. We have the bathrobes from the Restful Lily, and then Rock will let Toot finish. Yeah, I say then we get the... no, okay. Silvari, you can use the price of beauty, and then open up the portal, and then all of us can go through back to Waterdeep. Or does the portal only lead back here? And then Silvari goes... I can work around that magic a little bit. You go get the paintings, and then I'll readjust the portal, and then it will send you back to Waterdeep, and then we'll work it out. It's magic. It's fine. So, Seiyun, underneath the blessing of Seiyun, we can make it happen. And then Rock steps forward.
I was thinking about it over the past couple hours, and originally I asked what the representation of lilies were, and yes, it is true that lilies are sent for funerals, and they are of those funeral services. However, they are also more widely recognized as symbols of motherhood, and especially rebirth. So, if anywhere has high hopes for reestablishing itself as a reputable establishment, I would say the Restful Lily will once again regain its rest. So, I just wanted to say that.
And then Rock looks over to AU, who gives like a curt nod.
Very good. Yes, so that is it.
Shall we? And then Toot Toot, yes. And then Toot Toot turns towards the door, and then Silvari, who's walking up the steps, letting the water cling to her form, walks all the way up to Toot Toot, stands on her tippy toes, and gives Toot Toot a very passionate kiss. And everyone is silent, and the lapping of the water for the bath and hot spring even slows. And it's a really nice moment, and then Silvari detaches from Toot Toot, and Toot Toot, very good, let's do the thing. So here we go. All right. So they go to the stone tower. They grab 100 paintings. Between all of them, they, boy, that's a lot. As Seiyun messes with the price of beauty, then everyone returns Seiyun's keys to the guest rooms. They knock at Circumstance's door. What? Are we all leaving now? Finally. And then they are all, let's say, outside at the entrance of, well, on my map it doesn't have that. So let's have Seiyun here. Circumstance, front and line, Toot Toot. Okay, cool. It did, AU is, God, Chainco is right next to, Circumstance, who Circumstance is holding only his painting. Ooh. And then, okay. Yeah, there we go. That's a nice little motley crew. So Circumstance is only holding his painting. Chainco is not. Chainco just offered help, so he will be holding other people's paintings. Because also one of the details is if you are cursed, then you do not have a compulsion to do any harm to the painting, to your painting. Whoa, okay, that's a very good question. Modifier. Okay. And voices. A compulsion placed on each cursed creature prevents it from trying to destroy a cursed painting. So, yes, Chainco, that's a little subtle thing. None of the cursed people could harm a cursed paintings. And Chainco will not carry his own painting, but he will carry other people's paintings towards their destructions, but he's not doing the destroying, so that's fine. But Tipsy is holding like 2 because he's very weak. Wishes cannot hold any. Onyx is holding a bunch, including the 3 blank canvases from the art studio. Rock is trying to hold a lot, and then Toot Toot with powerful build is like holding 80 of them. God, why not? And then Glimmer's like also holding like 2. Ilmar is staying behind in Silvery Moon and helping Silvari out. Silvari's here. Okay, well, since Chainco is also carrying, he's a big, strong dwarf. He's a nobleman. So, AU, did I have another little denouement beat? A denouement beat? I think that's everything. It's a lot. An hour and a half of just cleaning everything up, but it was very important to me. So, yeah, I'll say, because it's just so much to wrap up. All right, so AU will look across the way at Rock and go, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I will see you all upon another instance. And then she marks on the ground a teleportation circle, and then you see pages of books like emerge from the ground and create like this swirling tornado vortex as she makes this teleportation circle chalk on the ground, and then pages like float down, and then AU is gone. Back to Candlekeep for another Candlekeep mystery. Thank you so much, Candlekeep Mystery. But the last little 2 bits at the very end of The Price is Beauty, which is an adventure for 5th level characters, there are 2 paragraphs which I have not read yet. Conclusion. Once the threat of the hags and their servants is dealt with, the characters have a chance to rectify the dark deeds done at the temple. Destroying the 4 portraits in area T17 frees the cursed creatures, so Glimmer, AU, Silvare, Silversong, from the Hag's Curse. See Destroying the Paintings earlier in the adventure for more information. AU and Glimmer and everyone are eternally grateful to the characters and might become lifelong allies of the party at your discretion. Yeah. Victor and D&Me, I'm trying to get everyone to be my friend. So, yeah, that's great. And then Silvare's Decision. 10 years after the effect of the Hag's Curse had left Silvare Silversong a changed person. As you see fit, she might be determined to restore the Temple of the Restful Lily to its former stature, refurbishing the shrine and making the site an even stronger place for the worship of Seiyun. Alternatively, she might decide that the temple holds too many dark memories for her and that it should be up to the others, perhaps the characters, to take charge of restoring the site. Either way, Silvare is grateful to the characters for what they've done and becomes a friend to the party for life. No. So, yes, as is healthy, then she needs to take a break from the Restful Lily. But after all that, with help from Ilmar and others, then she will, in fact, restore the Restful Lily. Yeah. And that's 8:32, ladies and gentlemen and adventurers. I will take a quick break to use the restroom, and let's go back to Waterdeep. It took 10 episodes, but amazing. So, yes, intermission. Pow, 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 pow. I feel great. I feel really good. So that's great. Yeah. So enjoy Tipsy's intermission, because why not? Clap, clap, clap. Yay. All right, I will be back.
Hey everybody, I'm Tipsy the Forest Gnome Rogue, and I'm in charge of intermission while Victor's taking just the biggest poop.
Tipsy, cut it out.
So, watch me as I do some really quick dexterity karate chops. Ready? I'm gonna do 100 right now. 100. And then, now I'm gonna run from this side of the room, that side of the room, and back really quick. You wanna see me do it again? Excellent. Well, these are really funny jokes, folks. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching D&Me. I'm obviously the best part. I'm pretty much the star of the show, and then the supporting cast of Grumpy and Smarty, and then Tootie. Yeah. Oh my gosh. How did Victor go 37 episodes and have a character named Toot Toot? I mean, that's begging for fart jokes all of the time.
Tipsy, come on, man.
So, hey, I'm done. Okay, thank you, bye.
Hi, I'm Victor Rivera. This is D&Me, where I play with myself. I play D&D with myself. This is an actual play show 5th edition where I DM and play 4 characters of campaigns past.
Hi, I'm Tipsy the Forest Gnome Rogue.
We stream Wednesday nights on Twitch, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we throw the video up on YouTube Thursday mornings.
And I have a rat named Waddles. He's cute.
I'm Onyx the Dwarf Barbarian. We do other stuff.
I'm Rock the Half-Orc Wizard. We do D& Artistry and Artstream on Tuesday nights, and D&Me'd Like the Drink one Monday a month, where we grab a glass of something good and chat about how D&Me's going, answering audience questions, but mostly going on tipsy tangents. That's me!
And I am Toot Toot the Loxodon Bard. If you want to catch up with the current campaign, listen to the first episodes in their edited podcast form, which you can find on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor.fm, and others. And if you want to catch up even quicker, watch D&Recaps, where we summarize 5 episodes of D&Me at a time. And we also have D&Me Extras, which are fun little behind-the-scene videos. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and a bunch of other places where? On our link tree, that's linktr.ee/DNMeAdventures and like gnome. Thanks!
We're so professional.
Great. Hold on, 2 more seconds. Okay, cool. All right, so that means we have Bop, 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 bop. Bop, bop. Waterdeep back, baby. I'm gonna get rid of the robes. Bam. And Rock needs his saddle removed, and Onyx needs some scars, and he had a couple other things. What was it? Oh, a new hair strand from Morgana. Awesome. Thank you, Candlekeep Mysteries. That was a huge entertainment experiment. So, with that, oh boy, we're back in Waterdeep, huh? So, well, Selvare pulls out the price of beauty, which Rock happily hands over, and she starts reading from a passage about self-acceptance and self-love, and then from behind her a portal opens up 5x7, and then the boys plus a lot of others walk in, and they are transported back to the Temple of Beauty right here in front of that blank wall, and kind of in a hurry they all walk out, and ooh, interesting. So they all walk out, a lot of carrying just a bunch of paintings, and with his one painting, Circumstance, now back to a handsome elf form. Ooh. It starts to hand over his painting to Chainco, but Chainco already has like 10 in his arms, and
Get rid of those. But I'm helping. Get rid of those now, Chainco. I'm sorry, lads.
and then he hands those paintings over to the 4 boys who scramble, and then Glimmer like tries to carry a third, but they're just so big. Well, Glimmer is also not a Kenku anymore. In my head, it was a Kenku, so he holds like 5. But 2'10" Tipsy is like holding 2 on his head, very much like a Three Stooges, carrying a piece of plywood, short. So, Circumstance hands his painting over to Chainco, and then without saying goodbye, then Circumstance turns on his heels and walks away. But Tutu goes, excuse me, Circumstance.
Quiet with my name, boy. We are out in public in Waterdeep, so you may call me... Deception.
Ooh, creepy. So...
All right. Deception.
Chainco, could you please speak to the evils of paintings? And then Chainco will roll a 10.
No, I'm fine.
But Chainco, you heard them going, and then Chainco, not making eye contact with Tutu, starts walking in the direction that Circumstance was heading. And so Circumstance looks at him very pleased, and Circumstance says,
Well, this was quite an adventure. Thank you for making me extraordinarily rich.
I hope to not see you anytime soon. And then Circumstance will follow Chainco back towards the C word. Ooh, they are in the C word, aren't they? Waterdeep map. Let's move that out a little bit. Oh. Okay, I can move it. Let's zoom out a little bit. Where's the freaking... Oh, come on. There you are. It's so big. Golly, it's still so big. All right. There we go. That's a lot more palatable. So, right behind my head, which is perfect. So, Circumstance and Chainco go off deeper into the C word. And then Toot Toot goes, well, at least we brought them back into Waterdeep. So we will inform the others of their return, and that they are safe. And then, then we just have to deal with potential assassins. So we will deal with that in a second. We should try to figure out what to do with these paintings. So let us all go back, I guess, to Tipsy's Tavern, shall we? I don't know if I said it, but Chainco rolled a 10, so that's why he didn't stand up. With Toot Toot against Circumstance. So, they start heading back. Who is all here? Let's see. We got Toot Toot. I'm gonna write a list of people. Toot Toot. We got Rock with Wishes. We got Onyx. We got Tipsy with Waddles. We got Circumstance and Chainco are home, but Glimmer also is with them. Ilmar is staying home. AU went back to Candlekeep. Silvare is in Silvery Moon also. Serena. God, that's so many people, y'all. That's great. So they are heading back towards Tipsy's Tavern. Let's get the Tipsy's Tavern background. Back up. Yeah, look at that dismal, rundown place. I need a new background for that. Future Victor. So they all head that way. Glimmer goes, so I will... Tipsy. It has been quite a number of weeks since I was last at my jewelry shop, store, called All That Glimmers is Gold. Isn't gold. All that glimmers. There we go. That's clever. So I will check on that and see if my business partners are fine. But where are you located? Tipsy.
We are a new establishment called Tipsy's Tavern. We're in the Castleward? Northward. We're in the Northward. And Trollskull Alley used to be Trollskull Manor. But now it's Tipsy's Tavern. Tell all your friends. Oh, okay. I will meet you there. But I need my own affairs. Well, nope. I am carrying paintings, so why don't you show me? And then I will drop off paintings, and then I will reconnect with you after my affairs are back in business. Okay, follow me. Rock, do you have the map? Onyx, I don't. We've chased a paper bird here, so I don't know where we are.
Yeah, I got it.
And then Onyx will roll survival, which he has not been very good at. 15 plus 4.
This way.
So he goes towards the Tipsy's Tavern, and they all meet there. They have... Interesting. What happens? So as they walk up, then they see a small little crowd in front of the multiple-story building, and Toot Toot leading the way. What's this then? And then he steps forward, and then kind of sitting on the steps leading up to the porch is this small little wet boy, which sounds weird, but he's kind of, hold on. Yeah, he has like a small, like 2 foot long piece of wood, and he's playing with it, and it's making some noise. His mother, Aquafina, turns around, and she, a little like how they left Silvare, a little damp, then this water genasi woman turns around. Oh, so hi. We were waiting outside just to, because we came as Victorious comes closer with a bunch of paintings, and this small crowd kind of parts, and then Aquafina, we tried to come by yesterday because you told us to come check this out. And is it a family friendly establishment? Toot Toot looks down at Tipsy.
Yep. Come on with the family. Come on in. We don't have food or drink, and also we haven't been home in like 2 days. But we can go out and get you something.
Oh, well, should we come back for... You know what? No, we will go out and get something. Come on in. Thank you so much, Aquafina and Jorge Walter. Come on in. And then Aquafina turns around, and she is gesturing towards another woman who has kind of this rocky skin and short... black hair cut at a severe angle, but she has kind, warm, molten lava eyes. And Aquafina goes, this is my wife, Roxanne. I'm so clever. This is Roxanne. Oh, nice to meet you. Hi. It's a pleasure. Thank you for being so kind to... That's Onyx's voice. I can't do that. I was trying to do like rocks moving. Roxanne. Shit. What's a voice I haven't done yet? I have a whole Word document where I have a subcategory that's voices. So let me go ahead and pull up one of these. Wrong Word document. Voices. Come on. Wake up. Wake up, Maggie. I think I got something to say to you. Okay, let's see if this works. It might be too... Let me do like a sentence, and then we'll see. It's really... Nope, yep, that's Onyx and Chainco. Because I have written down Vin Diesel. But, let me do... Yeah, okay, let's try this one. Thank you very much for having me and my wife. I heard great things, how you dealt with Jorge Walter. How you dealt with Jorge Walter? He can be a handful sometimes, so... Yeah, that's good. Sultry in front of the mouth. So, thank you for introducing him to... It's a little Onyx, but I'm trying to keep it out of Onyx. To music. He is, as you can tell, he's picked up a musical instrument. And then, sure enough, we look down at the 6-year-old boy with blue skin, and he has... He tilts the 2 foot long stick over to one side, and then you can hear rocks inside, and it's a rain stick, so... As it spills over to the other side. He has not gotten rid of that thing for 2 days. Well, I am glad that he is bit by the musical bug. But only musical bug, so come on in. Come on inside, everyone. And so then they unlock the door to Tipsy's Tavern, and let's see. Tipsy could be the first one in and sees Leaf sweeping the ground, and Tipsy goes,
We have customers. Get out of here. Get out of here.
and then the half-elf ghost of Tipsy's Tavern, like with the broom kind of like looks to his right, looks to his left, and then just skyrockets through the ceiling, and then the broom clatters on the ground.
Okay, we need to work on that. We need to figure out what Leaf does in when. Okay, yeah. Come on in, everybody. Hey, come on in.
Can we have some help with these portraits? And then the small crowd, who consists of like another family, a small little family, come in, and they kind of look around to the barren interior of Tipsy's Tavern with few chairs and tables. Here, Onyx, could you help take these portraits? No. All right, everyone, thank you for having paintings. If you could just put them at the bottom of the stairs, and then we will get them upstairs. But Onyx, could you help move some of the furniture so that our lovely patrons can sit down? He runs over to the bottom of the stairs, throws his paintings down, and like with vigor upends, well, not upends, but corrects some tables and chairs and makes a nice little seating area for people. And then like Jorge Walter is looking around with his rain stick, and like one end also has a couple bells, and that's the annoying bit where ting-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling, ting-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. And then as Onyx is redirecting tables and chairs, and he points down to the wolf pelt that is in the tap room. Oh, yeah, where is the Tipsy's Tavern? Bullocks. Yeah, Tipsy's Tavern map. Great. So, D&Me arrow, everything's coming back to me. So, over here is a wolf pelt rug, and Onyx points redirects the child's attention to it. Hey, look, one of my friends killed that, so we made a wolf pelt out of it. And then Aquafina goes, well, okay, we don't have to exactly see that. Yes, that's a good wolf pelt, says Roxanne. Onyx and Roxanne will never talk in the same scene ever again. All right, so they spend the evening transferring. Ooh, interesting. Evens, yes. Odds, no. 3, odd, no. As they're kind of transferring the... Ooh, okay. As they're transferring the paintings from the first floor to the second floor, then Tipsy goes, hey, Rock, do you want to put these in your room in the library study? No, that's incredibly creepy, and I don't want those in where I will sleep tonight. Because even though we just rested and I have all my spells back, I am quite sleepy.
Yeah, no, I got you. Let's put it in this empty common room right here that we haven't done anything with yet so far. This one. Bop! Because that's also right at the top of the stairs, so that's easy. I think that's an exceptional idea, Tipsy. You know what? Yeah, I'm super smart like you, Rock.
Mm-hmm.
You paused.
No, I didn't pause. I was just... Hey, there's still more paintings. So they transition all the paintings, Future Victor, to the common room. Then they go downstairs. Oh, see, here's the thing. All of the casks of wine and the beer barrels down in the cellar have all expired. Tipsy found that out the first day they were there. Leaf verified that fact because in one of his sleepless nights, then Leaf went around and checked everything out, and sure enough, they have like expired alcohol. So Toot Toot will take everyone's order of just like what drinks and what food and stuff they want. So they will go around the North Ward trying to find like not a restaurant, but like a grocery store. Yeah, like a grocery store, and then they'll pick up a couple 6-packs, like 12 packs of small little cans of wooden barrels of ale, like local places, so they can contribute to local. God, Roxanne, that's hilarious. To local businesses around. And Toot Toot and Onyx will go grab those. Onyx is like carrying maybe stacked 5 tall, like these little cases of beer and ale as they all come back, and then they serve these families, and then a couple people noticing laughter and excitement from spilling out of the front of Tipsy's Tavern, poke their heads in and see that Troll Skull Manor has lights on inside. They drink Rolling Rock. Yep. And that's very funny. Rolling Rock. That's very funny. I'm writing that down for my drink menu. And instead of the Godfather head of a horse, then it's the Prancing Pony logo, but it doesn't say Prancing Pony. It's just so oh boy, whoa, we're back in Waterdeep, man. We're back in Waterdeep. Okay, great. Yeah. So Toot Toot and Onyx come back in, and they see like 4 new people in addition to the 2 families that came in. So Aquafina and Roxanne and Jorge Walter. And they hastily serve food and drink there, kind of an unexpected start to their tavern adventure, because you have to start somewhere. So they interesting. Sorry, give me like 30 seconds to think about stuff. It's all good stuff, but I just need to focus. So let's watch, let's just do pre-show so I can think. So give me like 30 seconds. Okay, cool. I just wanted to get some thoughts down. So, they kind of hastily have their first unofficial opening of Tipsy's Tavern. They collect enough gold, enough like silver and copper to reimburse them running around doing groceries and getting some local drinks. As they bring in food, they go into a barren kitchen and they kind of, like, the whole thing is kind of hastily thrown together, so they throw Onyx in there, who cooked eggs earlier, but he's just like, I got this. And Tutu's like, oh, no, I don't think you do. And then they still throw him in there, and then Leaf, like, quietly behind the, like, wall separating the kitchen from the rest of the tap room, like, sinks down through the ceiling into the kitchen, and then he helps with his like 5 pound weight limit. He helps Onyx's around the kitchen, so they make like basic sandwiches and a couple sides, like simple mashed potatoes. And yeah, Onyx is there with like this big old rusted pot, and he's just smashing the potatoes with his fist. And you hope that he washed his hands beforehand, but you know he didn't. And yeah, they make mashed potatoes and sandwiches, and they hand out ale with some matching Tipsy merchandise glassware. But there's only like 4 cups floating around, and so Toot Toot is like wide-eyed tracking all of the cups, and when one patron is done with the drink, he goes, oh, let me take that for you, and then he washes it and then pours another drink for another patron. So it's real, like, not professional yet, but they still have to make a list of everything they need to do in order to revamp the Tipsy's Tavern. And then after like 2.5 hours, so it's early evening, then you can kind of tell that the young families are getting tired, so they kind of leave, and thanking Toot Toot and the rest for a fun. Okay. So cool. Great. So, yeah, Aquafina and Roxanne and Jorge Walter, it's so funny, are heading out, and Aquafina goes, thank you so much, Toot Toot. I know, sorry, we should have asked before we came in, but you seem like a great guy, so we wanted to come and support you. So, no, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much, Aquafina. We have just been through a heck of a day yesterday and for the first half of this morning. So, but we really appreciate you. Come back in like a week, and then we will... come back in a 10-day, and then we will have things a lot more spruced up, I promise. You don't have to pay next time. Future Victor, write that down. But I did, Toot Toot says presentorily out to the group, I did promise this young gentleman that the next time I saw him that I would play, out of all of the instruments that I have on me. Toot Toot kind of walks backwards towards the opening of the fireplace, which, since it's early evening now and it's kind of getting, it's waning off of winter, so it's dark outside now, being 6 p.m., 6:30. So Toot Toot, in front of, a nice low fire, goes, I promised this gentleman that I would play my pan flute the next time I see him, and thank you so much, everybody, for coming around and having an unofficial opening of where is our Forest Gnome Rogue? If we could have our Forest Gnome Rogue step out. And then Tipsy, like, from behind the bar, what? Like, you can see him with a wooden plate and like a styrofoam cup. He's like, yeah, I'm doing. Come here, get on the bar.
Oh, okay.
So he climbs up on the bar. This, ladies and gentlemen and adventurers, this is our namesake because, what is the name of this place? And taking the cue, then he goes,
this is Tipsy's Tavern. I'm Tipsy. 'Cause of this really good.
He turns the styrofoam cup over.
Oh, this is empty, but we're gonna have more booze later. And then for the kids, we're gonna have, like, lollipops and sweet corn.
Aha! Yeah, we're gonna get our stuff together.
Yep, our shit together.
Tipsy, there are children.
Oh, whoopsies. So, yeah, I'm gonna go back to doing dishes.
And then he kind of squirrels away. Yes, so thank you very much for coming to Tipsy's Tavern. In order to honor this young sir who is becoming quite the bard himself.
Clink, 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 clink.
Clink, clink, clink. Oh, look at that masterful rain stick work. But I do have... Toot Toot ceremoniously takes off his pan flute from around his neck and then holds it out in front of him, and then his trunk goes up to the... Oh, I have one. Hold on. During the height of the pandemic of 2020, when Toot Toot came out of my head fully formed as Athena from the... What was Titus? I don't remember. But I decided to make my own pan flute. So these are drinking straws, and then I crimped the ends and, like, burned them, so... Eee! And it's a necklace, so I can wear it like Toot Toot. And then when I played as Toot Toot for our Zoom D&D games, then I would have it. So he would take it off and then hold it like an arm's length away, and then his trunk goes on top, and then and then he goes finding the last doppelganger, using a paper bird, a book in a blank wall, up in the C word. The price of beauty portal led to a mighty fine place. Peggy, a tall, athletic woman, chain skipped rock to his face. Then moving into the loungeway, Morgana with the bookkeeping next. Bad feelings about a back hallway, breaking into a room would be best. Lying to an employee, visit bath and hot spring. Simple dragonborn and a small hairless dwarf, and circumstance start to sing. Toot, 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 toot. Welcome to the Restful Lily bathhouse. Toot, 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 toot. Such a lovely place, such a lovely place, such a lovely face. Toot, toot, toot. They rented a room at the Restful Lily bathhouse. Toot, 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 toot. A wheelchair dear, and they start to fear. Their stuff's still inside the lockers. They have to sneak back. A white feathered kangaroo, tonight they have to attack. 2 combats and a cliffhanger, they opened up the wrong door. All the ladies painting and painting inside, who could ask for more? A hag eye pin to saith, full battle in the foyer. 3 stories of defeated hags now, of the stone tower hooray. And still they have to rescue Silvare, who they find in the shrine underneath, locked up, tucked away. Toot, 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 toot. She once owned the Restful Lily bathhouse. Toot, 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 toot. The hags tricked her mistake. Her hair full of snake. Toot, 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 toot. But now she's back to owning the Restful Lily bathhouse. Toot, 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 toot. Tipsy stole a bunch of stuff. I hope 10 episodes enough. The last thing they remember,
portraits under their arms. Victorious knows that the hags will do no more harm. The restful lily, symbolic of rebirth, traded for the fiery warmth of Tipsy's tavern's hearth. And the last stanza, which I toot toot sing, this exciting adventure in your head start to ring as a cautionary tale, half fun, half fright. And with this final lyric, you all have a good night. Welcome to the Restful Lily bathhouse. Toot, 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 toot. And with that, Toot Toot sings and trills on the pan flute. Me making up that entire last stanza because from the last thing they remember on downward, I didn't have written before tonight. So, yeah, there we go. As a little peek behind the scenes here, this whole adventure really was inspired by Hotel California. So, for example, I will break down the lyrics. Rock said, "My head grew heavy and my sight grew dim." When Auntie Warmblood, when Auntie Warmheart came into the Bath and Hot Spring at the end of that episode, she lit up a candle and showed me the way. Then, yeah. Of course, so I called up the captain, "Please bring me my wine." He said, "We haven't had that spirit here since 1969. The time frame is 1469, and I knew I would mess it up. So I said 1649 in the thing. No, I said 16, and then I corrected for 1469. But, mirrors on the ceiling, the pink champagne on ice. And, yeah, there we go. Lots of cool stuff. And then when I was humming, like, the song that kept replaying on repeat, that was the record, then I hummed Hotel California. So, there we go. Boo! And with that, Toot Toot sings the final stanza of The Restful Lily, and then there's a bunch of applause. Let's see. Toot Toot will roll a performance check, because that's always fun. Toot Toot will roll with this time. A 4 plus 8, so a 12. So, nice Easter egg, a nice surprise. Yeah, good song, brilliant. Yay, thank you very much. So, with a 12 altogether, then the tired Toot Toot at the long Restful Lily day, then he kind of tiredly bows, and he gets a nice little applause, but it isn't this uproarious commotion. And then he, being the very personable, affable, charming fella, helps escort everyone out of the Tipsy's Tavern, and then close the door, and then then it's kind of just at the end of a long day. The boys are very tired in the tap room. Glimmer dropped off his paintings, then went away. So, but floating from the wall separating the kitchen from the tap room, then Leaf, holding a spatula, just comes and floats and checks to make sure that no one is there. And then he drops his shoulders, and everyone's just really, really tired, even though they rested and slept until noon. Then coming back to the kind of unexpected
Oh, man. I'm now tired because my patronage. There we go. The unexpected patronage for the Tipsy Tavern. Then refreshing in their minds, then they have a laundry list of things to do in order to get it up to code before officially opening Tipsy's Tavern. Let's see how well people liked the first night here. I'm just going to do 3. All right. That's pretty average. A 16, a 9, and a 10. So it's, it being barely open, then people are like, you know what? That's not bad. There's a lot of potential there. But it's not great yet. They don't have any of their own food or any of their own drink. But, they got chutzpah. So with that, let's see. What's the last little thing I can do? Because it's 9:15 now. We're finally out of the Restful Lily. I didn't mean for it to take 10 episodes, but we did it. It was an awesome entertainment experiment where I didn't know I was in any of the rooms, so that was really exciting for me. And then playing with the map and having all the tokens, I think that was amazing. So let's see. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? So they're all sitting. Hey, we can play inventory. That's one of my favorite games. Yes, mini game at the end. So they all very much like at the end of blessing and naming. Then they all scoot up chairs in front of the fire and take some of the beer that they just bought. Ooh, I'd love to crack open a beer after this. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I've earned it. So taking some of the beer that they... And they're a little in the hole, having bought... Excuse me, geez, all that water. They spent some money buying the beer and food that they didn't get back. But I'll do those numbers tomorrow. But yeah, let's see. So they sit in front of the fire and just,
Hey, Tutu. Good job with Silvari. That was cute.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. She's a very good woman. Yeah. And good job you for doing sneaking and getting all of our stuff back.
Thanks. Yeah. And then Onyx, you did great. You punched a whole bunch of stuff. You killed paintings by themselves. So that was awesome. And then Rock, you had some awesome magic. How'd you know that they were hags?
Oh, well, Glimmer certainly helped, but actually, then Rock runs upstairs to his room, then runs back down with the monster manual. You all keep talking. I'm going to read the second half of this book starting right now because I would love to know all of the other monsters that we might encounter. And then he has the monster manual open in his lap starting with M. And then underneath that he has Volo's Guide to Monsters, which are even more monsters. So he's going to read all of those. Which means that I now don't have to play the dramatic irony of them not knowing the stats of monsters. I like them knowing. That was a cool thing. So Tipsy goes,
all right, you nerds. Here's some stuff. So, Onyx.
Yeah?
Here. Rock pointed it out, but I want you to have it because it's really, really heavy. This is a suit of scale armor, and then 2 Schwarzswords with infernal glyphs on it. If you want to go to Steam and Steel to sell those for the party, could you please do that for us, for the team, for Adventurous, for Victorious, the adventuring party?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Great, cool. So those are handed over to Onyx now.
Why would you say it like that?
Wait, what? I don't know what you're talking about. Anybody else got anything?
I got, this.
And Onyx points to his hair strand that's tied with his.
From Morgana. I'm gonna go around to the Buzzer Bros.
And then he looks at Tipsy.
For reasons.
That sounded very suspicious.
No, don't worry about it. For the Hellhound Pelt and Peggy.
I really don't want to know.
No, you don't.
All right. Rock.
And then Magma Men. Yes.
Can you look up also what I can try and get for, like, more potions of strength? Because the potion of Hill Giant strength was awesome, but I want, like, permanent increases to my strength.
Yes. I certainly can. That do not involve cursed paintings.
Yeah.
Because I would also like increases to my intelligence, and the hags brought up excellent temptation of trying to tempt us into, having increases of our best stats abilities. But Tipsy, you so far have been the most progressive in that area with your manual of quickness of action.
Yeah, I'm super fast now. Achikow!
Yes. Magman Manticore. Medusa. Oh! 3 away from the beginning. Magman Manticore Medusa. All right. And then Merfolk, Marrow Mimic, Eye Flare.
Rock's just reading now. Let me make a bookmark there. Rock, do you have anything?
I have a ring of protection. Oh, my front is cold now. Interesting. But I have the ring of protection and these books to keep me warm.
I don't. How do the books keep you warm? Ew.
Rock. What? I'm sure I don't mean it the way you are intending it.
Yeah.
Oh, Tipsy had the price of beauty last. Well, Tipsy gave it back to Rock before the nice moment of Rock handing it back to Silvare. So, Silvare has that now. Oh, they have wishes.
Oh, wishes.
Perched on Rock's shoulder, then materializing into view because he didn't want to deal with all the new people in the Tipsy's Tavern.
Wishes. I'm dreadfully tired now, but tomorrow I will return you back to the Seven Masks Theater for Sheen.
Wishes is just kind of staring into the fire. Rock knows that Wishes heard him, but it's doing very much the dog thing of, like, purposefully not paying attention.
Yes, so tomorrow that'll be part of my list. Oh, we have much to do, gentlemen.
Yes, we do.
So Rock has that stuff, and then Toot Toot doesn't really have inventory either. So they're just sitting in front of the fire now, having... That's probably one of the quickest days in our game. Shade 24 just blinked right by. But yeah, they are now relaxing. They have a lot of stuff to do here in Waterdeep. But that is a lot of loose ends tied up also. So I want beer now. I'm going to go try and find beer. So Thank you so much for watching and listening. I'm Victor Rivera, and this is D&Me, a one-man show where I play Dungeons & Dragons by myself. I stream on Wednesday nights on Twitch at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I upload the video the following morning, Thursdays, on my YouTube page. Tonight's episode will be up June 23rd, and then next week's episode will be live Wednesday, June 29th. You can find me on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and a bunch of other stuff. Where? On my link tree. That's linktr.ee/D&Me Adventures. And like Gnome, thank you for swinging by and wrapping things up at the Restful Lily. I normally roll to see which of my characters gets tonight's outro, but Toot Toot is the last one. I was gonna sing the Hotel California song at the end, but he decided to sing it very awesomely for his crowd. So what shall I do now? All right. Toot Toot will say, what a good adventure. 44 episodes of D&Me. How terribly exciting. Because we all had a long rest and regained all of our hit points and spells, I now have my bardic inspirations back. And I wish you, dear viewer, dear listener, I cast bardic inspiration so that over your next week, you have an additional D6 to roll for whatever, and you now have tactical advantage for anything that you might encounter, any challenges or struggles that you might be facing. Know that we here at D&Me Adventures are rooting for you, and me especially, so keep that D6 close to you, and then you can use it whenever. So thank you very much, and we will see you next week. Good night.